Hey, what's up? It's Autumn, and this is Just a Thought. All right. Welcome back. Happy New Year. I don't know if it's too late in the year to be saying that, but I'm saying it because it's my rules. So, my house, my rules. And I say that we can say Happy New Year until the end of January. So, y'all catching it on the very end, but Happy New Year. Hope that this year has started off amazing for you. I know it has been amazing for me. One of which, those reasons we're going to talk about today, two reasons actually, because I also get to talk to this amazing human that I'm getting ready to introduce to you. And so your new year is starting off right just because you're here and you're going to hear all of the amazing gems that he has to say and to talk about. So let me introduce you to him. My guest today, first guest of the year, first guest of 2026, no pressure, is Ivan Big Ive Thomas. He is the founder and CEO of DETV, Delaware's statewide television and digital media network, recognized for transforming a grassroots operation into a credible multi-platform media ecosystem rooted in positive media. He approaches media as infrastructure using constructive storytelling, smart distribution, and strategic partnerships to drive business growth, community influence, and cultural relevance. Calm, disciplined, and future focused, Ivan operates seamlessly across boardrooms, studios, and community spaces, aligning profitability, because we're trying to get paid, with purpose. His leadership centers on the belief that positive media shapes behaviors, strengthens communities, and builds durable systems that redefine what local media ownership can achieve. That's a mouthful. Ivan, what's up, my dude?
Thank you so much for having me. Oh my gosh, super excited. New beginning of the year, and I am starting it off right on your podcast because
Hey,
it's just a thought.
just a thought. Just a thought. I am so excited about
Yeah.
all of the things that we're going to talk about, especially because some of those
Yes.
things have to do with you and I and some of the
Yes.
things that we're going to be getting into together this year, but we're going to save that till for we're going to put a pin in that. We're going to circle around the
Yeah.
block back to that in a
Yes.
minute.
Yes. Yes.
Um but here at Just a Thought, uh, everything that we talk about is about mind shifts
Yeah.
and
Oh
how we
God.
can look at things differently so that we can
Hmm.
achieve new things, new outcomes, right? And
Yeah.
so I know it's kind of fitting that the beginning of the year, people are usually making New Year's resolutions. They're figuring out what is the new journey that they want to start taking. And so to that point, I'm really interested to hear about where DETV is going this year. What is your vision? Is there anything new that's happening with
Mhm.
DETV? And if so, what does that look like?
Oh man. Yeah. And there's a lot of new things happening. It's a lot of things in the pipeline. The new structure of DETV. Let me start with the vision, right, and
Yeah.
or the mission, if you will. The mission is to make good media that the community can use, that it can inspire, that can be positive, that has a level of innovation in it, unlike anything other, that can change a community and then change the world. It's that
Okay.
simple. I love your podcast because you said it's all about mind shift. And within the last year and a half, 2 years,
Mhm.
I've been working on me.
Okay.
So my mind is different. The vision of DETV has changed slightly, but it's more focused on that shift of positive and great energy, right?
Yeah.
So I'm here to help small businesses. I'm help the mother, that the single mother or the married mother that needs help and information that's coming from Delaware, the government, or
Yeah.
from Dr. Till and Dr. Scantleberry, to help women, help men with their health. I'm here to just be not just more. I'm here to be more than a vessel, but to be just an architect of just good media.
Good
You know what I mean?
media.
And good
Yeah.
and good and good spirit. That's what I'm here. I'm
Okay.
keeping it simple. You know what I
Listen,
mean?
you saying that, Ivan. You saying
Mm-hmm.
that. And
Mm-hmm.
you know, true, but also I want like let's keep it real, right?
Mm-hmm.
You do have plans to, well, and let me say this, because I don't want to put words in your mouth, but
Hmm.
to take this thing even like outside of Delaware, right? To kind of
Hmm.
expand your reach and bring some and I don't want to say too much because I don't know how much you ready to
Go
talk
ahead. Go
about,
ahead.
how
Rock
much you're
out.
not ready to talk about.
I'm here with you. Go ahead. Rock out.
But you but you got some new and exciting things that you kind of
Yeah.
have on the flames that you kind of cooking up, and
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
I think are really important um for many different demographics,
Yeah.
but also just um you make media so accessible to
Yeah.
people, right?
Yeah.
And this
Yeah.
is more of the ways that you're doing that. And I just
Yeah.
think that, I don't know if you want to talk about that a little bit.
No, I would love to. I would love
Okay.
to. I think that when we think of media and we think of how it used to be, that when we think of how it used to be, right? We didn't really see too many black and brown faces on the camera or behind the camera. That back in the day, I remember Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Everyone gathered around the TV, right? Because we
Mhm.
wanted to see that positive image of a lawyer and a doctor
Uh-huh.
and their children. And that was probably, one in a million, like one in 1,000 times that we were able to see representation of a culture that a lot of us didn't come from.
All right.
So just being raised on that and raised by a great mother, the idea is to use media, putting more black, brown, white, underrepresented faces in front of the camera,
Yeah.
right? And behind the camera, and
Yeah.
teach them how media works.
Yeah.
So I've been focused on that for years, and it panned out. It worked well.
Right.
I was a YouTuber. I was a guy in the basement just making content and just putting it on YouTube. And then,
Not
10
YouTube
years
University.
YouTube University. And that's right. All power to YouTube University. And the idea was to just make good content. And
Yeah.
then it became make great content.
Yeah.
And then it became, oh my gosh, give opportunities to people, like I don't have a degree in this, right? But I do have a unruly, unexpected work ethic.
Yeah.
And my idea is that my plan is to give students that come out of college, that or people that's in the community that want to learn how to how broadcasting works, or how to
Yeah.
create a show, or how to not just create content but create something that is sustainable, something that
Right.
has
Right.
substance.
Yeah.
And the great idea with that is now it came into fruition that I am allowed,
Okay.
because I own the system,
That come
right?
on, that part.
I'm allowed because I own the system to put qualified and underqualified people
Yeah.
in front of millions.
Right.
I mean, it is just such a privilege to own the media landscape that I do. We're in
Yeah.
400,000 homes. Just in the last 28 days, we had over 558,000 views. I'm excited because I'm a black kid from South Bridge that people that suffer from dyslexia, that people said that couldn't do it.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
So when you have a dog that when you got the dog in you, and you
Yeah.
don't you have that I don't care attitude, I don't care what it looks like, and that grit, and a perfect support system behind you,
Yeah.
right? That you can do anything. So I just look at my life right now and what God has given me to
Hmm.
just keep on keeping on, and just and just keep making the world a better place. Simple.
Well, look, you say it's simple. It's simple in concept and in theory, not necessarily in practice. But for those who are listening and
Hmm.
watching, you heard him say that he's about to start giving opportunities. So,
Hmm. Hmm.
and that's important. There's people out there who have thoughts or ideas or things that they want to do and they don't know where to go or how to
Yeah.
get it or how to break
Yes.
in. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But it's moments like this, right?
Yeah.
That you hear something and you got to take advantage of those opportunities. It's
Yeah.
just like, what? Somebody's going to teach me something, or I got
Yeah.
show up, right? You
Yeah.
always got to be showing up. So
Yeah.
this is exciting, not only for you, but for those people who are going to have an opportunity. They getting ready to have a life-changing experience this year by
Yeah.
being connected to DETV,
Yeah.
which is amazing, and we're looking forward to seeing what they're going to do.
Hmm.
How is this different? Because I read your bio, right?
Hmm.
And I watched your TED Talk. For
How'd you
those
like
people,
it?
I loved it. I loved it. Well, I also got to see it live, so that was
Oh
amazing.
yeah,
But I
yeah, you
also
was there. Yes, yes, yes. I was on. I
I
was
got to
on.
be in the room and watch it live, but I also got to see it on YouTube. For those who haven't, make sure you check it out. Um, but you even talked about it in your TED Talk, right? About
Mhm.
how important it is, this idea of storytelling, right?
Yes,
And
yes.
so is that's that's not how is that going to be new this year? How's that the types of stories, or is it not? You know, because everything don't got to be new. So
No, shoot, I like new things, and I and
okay.
I and concentrating more on how the human psyche works and the brain works and the neurological connections that are wired to our brain, that's in our brain, right? That are wired from the art of storytelling, right?
Yeah.
Like you take the Bible, for example, right? We all know stories in the Bible. We know
Yeah.
stories about David and Goliath. We know
Hmm.
stories about Mary Magdalene, and the
Hmm.
reason that we know stories is because our brain, allegory and symbolism, our brain connects to that, right?
Yeah.
So content today is more built on storytelling,
Correct.
right?
Yeah.
So people don't just want 1 + 1 is 2. People want one, and then I went over here to the store and I bought 2 of these, and they
Right.
want to
Right. Walk
be
me
like,
through it.
they want to be walked through, right? So, and it's just so crazy because you can either tell a story linear or non-linear. And what we're going to do this year is focus more on the quality
Yeah.
of the story,
That's good.
right? Because
Yeah.
we wanted to resonate with a certain people, and the certain people that we want our stories to resonate with are the certain people that want to be better, the
Okay.
certain people that want to get out of the shambles that they're in,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
there's going to have to be a level of a linear and non-linear story that is edutainment, if you will,
Yeah.
right? It
Okay. I
was
like that.
Mary Poppins, right? And so the way that my brain works, right, is in video. I'm
Right.
processing things at 240 frames per second, like slow motion. So it's easy, right? It's so freaking easy. So Mary Poppins, if you will, she said a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down,
Yeah.
right? And when you think of it, and you're taking castor oil, right? And you put some sugar in it, it tastes sweet, right? And it's still doing what it's supposed to do. So the stories that
Right.
we create at DETV, it will be the same. You don't even know, you won't even realize until you're in line voting
Right.
that,
Right.
whoa, I'm voting.
Right.
I'm voting
Right.
because boom, or I'm at the doctor's getting, a mammogram, or I'm at the doctor's
Yeah.
getting counseling, or
Right.
getting something like getting therapy.
I'm getting some leadership development. I'm getting some, well, as I
Yes.
like to call it, character development. But
Yeah, character development, personal development, anything that
right.
will make you better. Again, this came from a lot of pain,
Yeah.
and a lot of pain of just internally. So now it's like my output is what I do. I create, and
Yeah.
I understand the rules of creating. All right, it was what the logic is: learn the rules first, then break them. Right.
Nobody taught me that. I was just breaking them all along the
Just
way.
breaking them all along, right? But there's rules. There's rules to life, and the
There's rules to
rules to
life.
what we do to be successful. And the one thing about success is success leaves breadcrumbs, right?
Mm.
And going to the God, girl, you got me started.
Okay, listen.
Yeah.
Because I was about to interrupt you about these breadcrumbs, and I said, let him finish his
No,
thought.
go ahead,
But
go ahead, go ahead, go
no,
ahead.
I was just gonna say, yes, you're correct. The success should leave breadcrumbs if you're doing it right. right?
Right.
Some people,
Right.
this idea of being so
Right.
greedy that you actually sweeping up the breadcrums behind you to make sure nobody
Hmm.
else gets none is
Hmm.
a weird flex.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but I think to that point, because you do have an interesting story, right?
Hmm.
And what you have done is not a small thing, especially considering where you came from. You mentioned it a little bit by saying you didn't go to school for this.
No.
So the fact
No.
that you have figured out, you have figured out in a non-traditional way
Hmm.
how to build this media company that now you are not only bringing content, just currently, but you are looking to bring others in so that they can start sharing their content.
Hmm.
You're figuring
Hmm.
out ways to expand the demographic and geography of where you are currently touching.
Yeah.
These are not small things, and
No. Yeah.
all of that starts with a thought, right? All of it
Yeah.
starts with a
Yeah.
dream. All of it
Yeah.
starts with an idea. But then
Yeah.
there's something that has to happen to actually manifest this thing.
Yeah.
And so I guess what I would love to hear
Hmm.
for myself.
Hmm. Hmm.
Forget these viewers. No,
Be,
I'm playing.
be selfish.
Be
Selfish is
selfish
a
a
good
little bit.
thing.
What I would love to hear is like what was the catalyst
Mm.
that took you from just dreaming about something to doing something?
Pain.
Okay, what's that?
Pain.
No, what's that? We all know
Pain.
pain. Okay,
Pain.
but talk about
So
that.
there is different levels,
Mm-hmm.
and there's different types,
Mm,
right?
indeed.
There was a pain of not feeling accomplished,
Okay.
of not it was a pain of you'll never amount to anything.
Mm,
There was a pain of you can't do it.
yeah.
um and I always had that in my, like, on my shoulders. And when I found something that I was good at, I was like, fuck good, I demand great. I put all my eggs in a basket, if you will,
Yeah.
right? And I burnt my boats,
Okay.
and
He said he's not
and
going back.
I'm not going back.
Okay.
We either going to conquer this island,
Yeah.
or we're going to conquer this island,
Right. And
right?
that's it.
There's no plan B, there's no plan C. And what I learned about pain is pain will be the catalyst, or it will be your downfall.
Yeah.
The decisions that we make in life, that one decision, we will pay for greatly, or we will pay for like horribly
Yeah.
later on in life.
Right. Right.
So I made a decision. This is what I'm going to do. And that decision was, I will be the best at it, and I will give in return for it love, help to the community that I serve with it.
Yeah.
What I didn't know, that it was going to craft this monster in me.
Yeah.
It was going to put this dog in me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um and when it did, it felt so good feeding, giving away 3,000 turkeys
Yeah.
to some seniors,
Yeah.
and it became a drug, right? It became a
Hmm.
drug that, oh my God, hey teacher in fifth grade, remember you said I wasn't going to amount to nothing?
Not
Yep,
the
I got
teacher
you.
in fifth grade.
Yeah, yeah. Like I remember all that. I remember those conversations, right? And when you can take your pain and change it into fuel,
Yeah.
but you got to cut off everything, every no.
Yeah.
You got to cut off every no, and you have to add on every KNOW.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
You're talking about, your podcast is mission is mindset.
Hmm.
It starts there.
Absolutely.
The renewing of your mind.
Absolutely.
And when you can itemize and narrow down and be like horse focused on that racetrack. And I'm not, and one thing I'm gonna tell you, it's easy, but it's not.
It's not.
You know, a lot of people think success is built overnight. It took me, I'm 50 years old. It took me 40 years to be an overnight success.
Look, say that part again, because people think that they're going to wake up one day and
Yeah.
all of a sudden just
It's
amazing
there.
things are going to fall into their lap. And that is not how it works.
No, man, it's nowhere.
That's not
It's
how it
nowhere.
works.
You know, one of the problems is that a lot of people can't recognize opportunity versus currency, right? They
Hmm.
want currency for everything that they try to do instead of, oh, that's an opportunity, and let me learn, and let me tell you something. The gentleman that I learned from, right?
Uh-huh.
I sat at his door. I sat at his feet. Everywhere he moved, if he moved left, I moved left. And then it got to a point that instead of me following him, I started anticipating his movement.
Right,
Right.
right,
So if he's about to go right, I'm about to go right. If he's holding his camera like this, I'm holding the camera like this. You know, and that took me from okay to good to good to great to great to extraordinary,
right, right,
extraordinary,
right,
right? And then with that is that mindset shifted. And when that mindset shifted, I started hunting for people that were doing something bigger than that. And that
right.
led me to like the Byron Allens and, you know, the Tyler Perrys and these guys. And you listen to their stories and you were like, yo, if these guys can do it, I can do it. If Byron Allen can sit at the table of his house, right, and make 40,000 phone calls and like, hey, I got an idea.
Yeah.
You
And
know,
sell
I
that.
got an idea.
Yeah.
I am so grateful now that I can look back and be like, and I remember Autumn, I would call everyone and be like, I got an idea. And even to the day, I got an idea. And I'm just so grateful now that I'm having this conversation with you.
Yeah.
And I remember like the first time we met, you know, my conversation was different. It was Big Ive. Now it's Ivan Thomas, right?
Okay.
It is
He
Ivan
didn't he
Thomas
didn't
because
grew up a little bit.
yo, Paint will do that. Paint a paint
Pain will
a
do that. Pain will do
paint
that.
will,
Well,
yeah.
it's interesting. Look, because you said a couple things and I wasn't ignoring. I was actually like, oh, let me write that down. Let me write that
Yeah,
down.
yeah,
Let me
yeah.
write that down so I can come back to it so we don't miss it. I want people to catch the gems, right? I
Okay.
want them to get some takeaways, some things that they can hold on to and really, mull over. So you were talking about pain, and have you been on Netflix recently? Yes. Okay. So you gonna have to stay with. Listen, I told you.
I'm listening. I'm
Let me
all
cook for just a second. We're gonna go around the block, but I promise
go ahead,
you.
cook. I'm listening.
Okay.
I'm listening. Go ahead,
So
cook.
the Betty Broderick story. Do you know who? You remember who that is? The woman in the
No.
early, like 89, 90, killed her husband and her ex, or excuse me, killed her ex-husband and his new wife. Okay, it was
No.
okay. It was a whole thing. Real story. A documentary just came out on it. Christian Slater plays the husband. Where he been? But anyway,
Okay.
it was it was really good. Anyway, it was really good. But here was the point. Here's the point to all this. They had gone through like a 4-year divorce. The dude, did her dirty. He left her for the secretary, whatever. Obviously, she was really upset about that. And so she had a lot of reasons to be in pain. She had a lot of
Mm-hmm.
reasons to be upset. But
Mm-hmm.
it consumed her. This pain
Yeah.
consumed her
Yeah.
to the point where
Yeah.
she could not let it go. It literally, she lost friends over it because that's all she would talk about. She was like obsessive about it. She's showing up at this dude's house. It became her whole entire life up until the point of obviously her committing a
Snapping.
crime and going to jail for the rest of her life. Now, this woman had
Mm-hmm.
been up for parole like 3 times, okay? And they didn't denied her every single time. And the last time I read, because of course I got to do research. You watching this whole
Mm-hmm.
documentary, and so I get
Mm-hmm.
on Google, I'm like, where's she now? And the
Right.
board denied her because they said your heart is still so bitter and you're
Mm-hmm.
still angry. And that happened
Mm-hmm.
in 89.
Mm-hmm.
And it is 2026, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
why did I say all that?
Mm-hmm.
Because what you do with the pain absolutely matters. To your point, right? You can take the pain and you can turn it into something positive and say, I'm growing, I'm going to the next level, I'm figuring this thing out, I'm not turning back, right? And I could, and look at the outcome that you have gotten, right? Or you could be Betty Broderick and be bitter for life and sit in
Right. So
jail.
when
And
you
there's that.
have
So
pain and hurt, um, hurt turns to bitterness,
yeah,
bitterness, and
yes.
oh God, when you the way that the brain works is you can take something and you can create this neurological connections that will then later on
Mm-hmm.
become a trait and then a part of you, which is your personality, right? I know people that
Mm-hmm.
had been in
Mm-hmm.
bad relationships and that's all they talked about and it became that, right? And then it's not, now it becomes your reality, right?
Betty,
The
Betty.
pain of not having, the pain of, of trying to prove yourself, the pain that when you make that decision to wake up every morning and say, you know, God's wealth surrounds me in an avalanche of abundance and it circulates in my
Mm-hmm.
life every way I want it to, and
Come.
it fills every need and want and desire that I have
Mm-hmm.
instantaneously through his infinite intelligence, right? God is everything and God is in me.
Mm-hmm.
That's every day. That's what I say every day to
Every
get
day.
me to forget about whatever pain or whatever, right? So it's like a program. We're like human computers. But when you
Yeah.
learn, and learning this
Yeah.
is a thing in itself, because we were just talking about self-development, right? And what did you call it? Character development? What did you call it? Character development. When you
Character
say, "Oh my
development.
God," when you say,
Yeah.
"I'm going to step back and work on me," right? I'm gonna put myself on the
Yeah.
couch,
Let
and
that
if
be
I
the
can't go
focus.
here, if I can't go there, if I can't do this,
Yeah.
I'm gonna work on me. I'll be back. I'll be autumn. I'll be right back.
I'll be right back. I'll be right. Usually when I say that, I'm going to tell on you. But in this case, you're right.
I'll be right back.
I'm like, oh, for real? I'll
And
be right back.
I had to take a I'll be right back. But at the beginning, it wasn't I take a right back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh?
You're not safe for public
You're not safe
consumption.
for self.
You're not safe for
Yeah,
public
you're not safe for
consumption.
self.
That's what I'm saying. So sometimes you gotta pause. Sometimes you gotta pause. But I
Mhm.
love the fact that you took this pain and you turned it into something that we are all not
Yeah.
only are you reaping the
Yeah.
benefits of, but we are all reaping the benefits of. And that is that's huge. And that's something that
Yeah.
people who are sitting at a crossroads right now, right? They're at a crossroads and they're trying to figure
Yeah.
out what to do and how to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the first decision. That's the first part of the decision is you deciding what you're
Right.
going to do with the circumstances that you have been dealt. And do not think that it is unique to you. Everybody is experiencing pain. So everybody just ain't
Agreed.
showing it the way
Agreed.
that maybe you think that they should be showing it. I think the other important thing that you talked about, which is huge, and I live
Mhm.
my life to the best of my ability. I'm not always great at it, but I firmly believe in this. Um, and
Mm.
because it's a mathematical certainty,
Yeah.
right? And it's
Yeah.
this idea of the compound effect. And what you absolutely talked about is this idea of
Yeah.
continuously making small, consistent
Yeah.
steps. It will compound. Nothing is happening overnight. Everything is a series of small, consistent steps in the same direction. Eventually, right? I got 2 pennies today. Tomorrow I got 4. Then I got 8. Then I got 16. Then I got 32. And it just keeps going till all of a sudden now I got $1 million. But it started with 2 pennies. So not to
Yeah.
despise
Yeah.
the small beginnings, the little
Mhm.
things, the
Yeah.
little effort that it feels like means nothing. It's absolutely going to turn into something. And when you look back, you go, the only reason
Yeah.
I'm standing here
Yeah.
The only reason that this is happening is because I sat in my living room and I made 40 phone calls.
It's funny
That's
that
it.
you
That's
say
literally
that.
it. That's the only reason.
I can't give you any theory about Ivan Thomas. I can only give you experiences, right? And last week
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about something. I was going through something, right? And I heard God say, "Look back. It's okay to look back, because I need you to see where
It's
it
okay to
came
look
from."
back.
Right. So I took a second and I looked
Yeah.
back. So you can look back, but don't stay back, right? So I looked back and I said, and I just started looking.
Yeah.
And when I looked, the result of the thing that I got on Thursday was because of the little thing that I did a month ago. You feel me? And sometimes we forget.
See what I'm saying?
So one of my because I'm smacking my lips because,
Not
again,
you
man,
smacking your lips.
you can go through things in life, and when you're living it, sometimes you
Yeah.
can't see it until you talk about it, right? So when I'm
Oh yeah.
talking to you now, I'm seeing
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
I'm seeing every promise that God gave me. So it's bugging me out, right? It's so right while
See?
I'm talking to you.
You welcome.
So
Welcome to Just a
I'm
Thought.
living a real
See what I'm
life
saying?
spiritual
Testimony.
experience. Shoot,
Don't let me get the gospel
I'm
music,
living a
sir.
real life spiritual
We're about to get the
experience while
organs.
interviewing with you right now about the things that got me here,
Okay.
that that's about to propel me for the next 20-30. You know what I mean? So this is real life right now
Come
for me.
on.
Right, it's
Come
real
on.
real time for me
Right now, in real time.
So
Yes.
you know, like let me tell you something. From a
Won't
kid,
he do it?
from starting this company in the basement of my house to where I am now,
Mm-hmm.
and seeing what's that's coming, not about to come, but what is there, and watching
Yeah.
me watch
Yeah.
it catch back up to me is blowing my mind, right? And I
Yeah.
want your viewers to see
Yeah.
that and understand that, honestly, there really is no little beginnings, and there's no little anything,
Mm.
because it's all big, because it's part of the
Mm.
plan, right?
Come on.
And
I stand corrected, sir.
the moment in the morning or in the evening that you can say, "Thank you for allowing me to make those 40 phone calls," it becomes a huge thing.
Mm-hmm.
And no matter where you are
Right.
right
Right.
now, start. If it's just a thought, just
Start.
start it. Don't worry about the
Start.
how. That's up to God. Just start, because at the very beginning of me
Come
doing
on. Come on.
DETV, I had no money. I had no I had what God gave Noah. I had a vision. I wasn't a mathematician. I wasn't a
Mm.
carpenter. I wasn't a zoologist. I never saw this thing called rain.
Mm.
I don't even know what an ark is, but I had a vision to build something. My ark
Just a
is
vision.
DETV.
Yeah.
My ark is Ivan Thomas. Your ark
Right.
is
Right.
Autumn. Your ark is Just a
Mm.
Thought. And where pressure,
Yeah.
I don't know your story. Pressure was probably the reason that you said,
Mm-hmm.
I have an idea to create this. And when that pressure
Oh,
hits,
100%. Yeah.
and when you're back against the wall, be grateful for the pressure, be grateful for the obstacles, be grateful for the thing that made you not complacent and not lazy, because now I eat what I kill. And now you're asking, you got the vision, and now
Right.
you're asking for
Right.
substance, and now you're at, well, no matter where you are, just start.
But listen, just start. And that's come on with these gyms. That's the other thing too, is just start. There's
Yes.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I'm gonna go out on here on a limb, and I'm gonna say every single person. And I shouldn't even say go out on a limb. I'm gonna tell the truth. Every single person has ever
Yeah.
been put on this planet, and ever will
Yeah.
be put on this planet,
Yeah.
has an idea, has a vision, has a thought, right? And um, the question becomes, what do
Hmm.
you do? What are you going to do? Some
Yeah.
people got a lot of
Yeah.
visions, right? They got a vision every other day, every other month. I mean, good ideas like, you know what, it would be, and you know what, and don't do
Yeah. You talking
nothing
about
with them.
discipline and all that.
Um,
Yeah.
and your point is so right. Your point is so it's so simple, and yet it is so big. Just start. And people are like, start where? Start anywhere, anything. Start by writing
Write it
down your vision.
down,
That's
make
one
it
step.
plain.
Start by
Write it
coming up
down,
with
make
a
it plain.
name. That's one step. Right.
Yeah.
Start by having a conversation with somebody, saying it out loud. Start somewhere, doing something. It's no perfect. There's no like, this is
No.
the exact first thing that you're supposed to do. I actually have
Hmm.
a leadership coach, and she, I got was like, I have this issue
Yeah.
with like wanting to be things to be perfect, right? Before I that was my thing. Before I started anything, I'm like, I gotta think it entirely through. Well, here was the problem. The longer that I thought it through, the more holes I saw, the more issues I saw, right? Because you can't, I'm like, between now and a year from now, oh, what about this? What about that? Da, 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 da. And so I'm like, well, I'm not starting until I can fill in those gaps. Well, sometimes you can't fill in the gap down, not sometimes, all the time. You can't fill in the gap 6 months from now because you got to do the thing today. Once you do the thing today, the 6 months from now is going to take care of itself, right? But you don't
My
know that
problem was
till
the
you start
opposite.
today.
I would
So she was
start
like,
right today and not know how to execute, right? So I had to get people like you
mm.
around me to teach me. So I'm like, okay, I got this idea. And they're like, hold on. You got
Did
5
you think it through?
ideas.
Did you think it through?
Let's and I know you can understand
Mm.
this, right? Is
Yeah,
it
right. Which
now,
one? What do I do?
later? Can we put it on the shelf? Is it important?
Mm-hmm.
Right? And
Right.
I never understood
Triage.
that part.
Mm-hmm.
I just was go, right? And people
Yeah.
like you said they admire
Right.
people like me because I would just do it. But where they had, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm sitting there like, I admire people like you because I love how you execute. But your people like you are telling people like me, like, I need to be like you. So I said, damn it, why don't we just both get together and you tighten up my stuff and I tighten up your stuff.
And figure it out. But listen, but what she told me, look, for those of y'all who
Yes, ma'am.
struggle with needing to have all the answers up front, okay, you're
Yes,
not going to
ma'am.
have all the answers up front. I don't care how long you plan. I don't care how long you
Yep.
think it through. I don't care how many pages you write down. You are not going to have all the answers. It's impossible. You are
No, there you
not
go. There you go. Yeah.
omniscient. You don't know everything, right? So what she
Yes,
said
ma'am.
was focus on what you can do today. She said, just pick one. What is something that you can do today? This is how I started to really truly understand and learn the compound effect. And I said, well, I guess today I could pick a name. And she said, then do that. That's it. Don't worry about nothing else. Just do that. And then tomorrow, what's one thing you can do? I said, well, I guess I could figure out a logo.
Simple.
She said, then
Simple.
just do that. And then she said, well, what's one thing? And I said, well, I guess I could come up with a mission. What is this going to do? Then do that. And by the time I looked up a month later, now I got a whole business plan by just doing one
But
thing. What can
uh-huh.
I do
Uh-huh.
today?
Go ahead.
So for those of y'all
Mm-hmm. Looking in.
that are
Mm-hmm.
outside looking at Big Ive Thomas, saying, how in the world did he build this DETV? Listen,
Let me tell you something.
you
Let me
hear
tell you
what the
something.
man is
Let me tell you.
saying.
Let me tell you something, right?
It only works if you work it. You got to listen to the people
Breadcrumbs.
who have
Success
done it,
leaves
who are
breadcrumbs.
doing
I,
it.
I love
Come
what you
on.
said, and I
Come
want to touch
on.
on that. I want to touch on it, right? You said my coach. Every good player
Yeah.
has a coach. See, Michael
Got a
Jordan
coach.
wouldn't be
Come
Michael
on.
Jordan without his coach, right? The coach is able to see the entire court.
That part.
The coach understands what's going
Right.
on.
Right.
The coach has theories, and guess what? The coach is not
Mm-hmm.
emotionally invested like the player is. So when you said you have a coach, let's do this. If you
Let's
are
do.
trying to start, go find you a coach. And a coach doesn't have to be expensive.
Somebody.
You can find a coach by just saying, "Hey, Autumn,
Mm-hmm.
can you mentor me? I
Yeah.
want to learn." Now, don't be no
Right.
shiesty and be like,
Right.
learn and then try to
Right.
take over what Autumn's
Right.
doing. I'm gonna make that. Let's make that clear. We're gonna make that clear. You know, let me make that clear. But it is important. See, and I think the thing about it too, Autumn. Oh man, because we're talking about coaching and mentorship is very, very important. You know, back in the day, the word was apprenticeship, right? And you would be an apprentice, and people were
Yeah.
happy to be an apprentice because they would be able to sit next to Alexander Graham Bell, or they would sit Ben Franklin, they would sit with Martin Luther King, they would sit, right? And they'd be like, I'm just sitting here. I don't care about the money. I want the experience. I want to know what you know. But the days,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
today's
Right.
people want the money before they get the experience. Right. And once you
Right.
get the
Right.
experience, then the money will chase you. So I love what you say is getting that coach,
Absolutely.
right? Because you're long in the
Yeah.
tooth, as grandma would say, and you have and
Wow. Do you see how
I
this
didn't
skin is
call you
glowing, sir?
old.
You're not
I
gonna
didn't
call
call
me
you, I called
old.
you
Don't do it.
experienced, right? Because being long in the tooth means you don't eat baby
Okay.
food no more.
Oh,
No,
okay.
no. When you're
To
long
me,
in the
I
tooth,
heard
that means
old.
you
My
have years
bad.
of
Maybe that's just my
experience that
insecurity.
you cannot give back, right? And
Okay,
and
I'll
and
take that.
and me
I
too.
do.
Me
You're right
too,
about
right?
that.
The experience says I can do this to
Mm-hmm.
this level, but I need someone else that can get me to the next level that I can invest in myself to do that, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
And the
Right.
Gerber babies say I can do it by myself. I don't need coaching, right? So yeah, so
Right.
she gonna say,
Lies. Lies. Listen, everybody
oh,
needs
oh,
somebody. Oprah got a
yes,
coach. Everybody got a coach. Listen, you
you
have
know,
never
it's the
arrived. If you've
journey.
arrived, then you're
It's the
done.
journey.
It's
Enjoy the
time to
journey.
just hang
Enjoy
it
the
up and
journey.
quit. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Right.
and
There's
I'm excited.
always
I'm excited
somebody
about
who
the
can
future.
teach
The
you
future
something. So
of DETV is just so bright that I think for now on, I might have to go get me some shades to wear. You know, well,
hey,
these,
I'm surprised you don't
yeah,
have them on
I
right
got,
now, quite honestly. But I well if but
I know you
also
would
it's a
have.
good
I
thing
know
you
you
didn't
would
because I
have.
would
I
have
know you would have.
immediately talked
And
about you.
no,
I love you, but I
it's
immediately
cool.
would have been
I'm
like,
just so
bro.
happy because what's about to happen with DETV, and if people don't, is this the perfect time to announce the future? Okay, all
Yes, it
right,
is the perfect time to
Miss
announce the
Glowy over
future.
there. DETV is on the 28th. We are welcoming just a thought to the DETV family. So
Hey,
and I'm super excited because
hey.
again, we get to have someone that will add value to the world on our platform.
Yeah.
Autumn is just amazing in what she do, and you could just imagine the women and the people that she's going to reach through our network. And we are all excited. We are all excited, and I'm honored to have you a part
Listen,
of the
I'm
DETV family.
excited. I'm excited to be a part of the DETV family. Look, I 100%, my focus, let me just say this. What even inspired Just a Thought, right? So we'll start there. What even inspired it is I really live truly right? I feel like this is just my purpose and why I was created, to empower others to thrive. I That brings me so much fulfillment and joy. And when I look back over my life and everything that I have done, it has all been centered
Yes.
around
Yes.
advocating for other people, creating opportunities
Yes.
for people,
Yes.
guiding them, advising them, just so that they can thrive. They can reach their goals and they can thrive, speaking life
Yeah.
into them so that they can believe that it's possible, so that they can take the steps that are necessary in order for them to get the
Yeah.
life that they deserve, right? That they want, that I believe that God wants for them. And so when I thought about what would be the thing that I could do every day, all day, without and with nobody would have to pay me, right? It was this. It was this idea of creating a platform where people could hear from people, where people could hear ideas, thoughts, they could be encouraged,
Yeah.
inspired to dream, to hope
Yeah.
again, to see that something is possible, to hear it from a different angle. Because sometimes
Yeah.
we just locked in a
Yeah.
bubble and we only know what we know.
Yeah.
But when somebody has that key
Yeah.
that
Yep.
comes and turns and just
Yep.
says, hey,
Yep.
look this
Yep.
way, and you go, man, that changed everything for me. When
Did
I
it
heard this
really?
one thing, it changed everything for me.
How's it
And
feel?
now I'm here, 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 and here.
How's it
So
feel?
I'm beyond just beyond amazing. So the idea of being able to become a part of a platform that, number one, absolutely is grounded in those values of wanting to open up opportunities for people to be able to have positive media, be able to tell these stories that grow people and allow people to thrive. So being able to be a part of that, but being able to expand the reach of just the thought to your viewers, now our viewers, was a dream come true this year for 2026. Listen, So that's the reasons that I
I
am
love it.
excited about
Yeah.
being being a part of the DETV family.
Yeah.
And I know that we are just going to do incredible things this year.
Yeah.
Not only here in Delaware and the Eastern Shore Board, but just nationally,
Oh, yeah.
right? We're going to go ahead and speak that.
Yeah.
I'm moving to Texas this year.
Yes.
So DETV is coming to Texas with me.
I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take
I
it.
see you doing your Longhorns.
I'll take.
Um,
I'll take it. I'll
Oh
take it.
my goodness. But yeah, no, so we got some just good, amazing, wonderful things that are on the horizon, and just super, super, super excited about that.
Yeah.
So we coming to the end of the podcast.
Okay.
We have talked about some absolutely amazing things,
Yes.
Things that have just really touched me and just given me an overwhelming sense of gratitude for the journey, and for the ability to be able to experience things that can be shared with other people to inspire them to take their steps for their journey. And for all of the things that are going to happen with DETV in 2026, all the things that are going to happen with Just a Thought in 2026, right? Like, we're just setting it up, just setting it up for just good and wonderful, and all the things that are going to happen for all of you in 2026, because the blessings just overflow in every direction, right? Listen, rain. So with that,
That's
at the end of every podcast, I always ask every guest the same question.
Okay.
Because it's an opportunity for me to, get some free coaching and therapy and all of the stuff. If there was one piece of advice that changed your whole entire life, one piece of, I know you done got, in 50 years, I know you done got a lot of advice, but if there was one that you could say, man, this changed my life, it changed everything for me, what would that piece of advice be?
What would that piece of advice be? That piece of advice would be, tell me if you can hear this. All right. Wait a minute. Hold on.
I can hear it.
Okay.
Oh, I can hear you. You got to turn it up a little bit.
I want you to hear this.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. Because this right here is going to change everything. Hold on. I'm gonna connect it to the.
Okay. Well, listen. Now I'm locked in.
Jeez, man. This has been such a. I think. All right. This thing is connected to my. Did it connect? All right, boom, 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 boom. This right here gonna do it. Okay, tell me if you can hear this.
Okay.
Every day is a blessing. If you don't make good decisions, you'll learn the lesson. So attract what you expect, reflect what you desire, become what you respect, and mirror what you admire. I took advice from my mentors and I refurbished it. I took what I learned in life and I repurposed it. Treated I thought like nourishment. Use all the negative chatter as encouragement. I have a vision, which is more than sight. Remember, the number one goal is to win in life. If my message hasn't sunk in, I keep going. The number one job is teaching you know what you may not be knowing. So let me get this great plan and start from the beginning. No matter what you go through in life, we gotta be winning. Life ain't easy.
Winning, baby.
Gotta be winning.
Autumn, thank you so much for having me. It's been an honor to be on this podcast this evening. And anyone watching, look, it's all about, you. It's you. And there's nothing else that will stop you but you.
Listen, well, I don't got nothing else to add after that, other than we'll see y'all next week. Actually, it's not going to be next week. It's going to be every other week is when we're going to see you. We're going to see y'all the week after next. All right. How's that? Have an amazing, blessed week. We'll see you later. Bye.